Okay, dear Dhamma practitioners, be comfortable yourself and relax your body. Let your whole body weight go down and gently close your eyes and focus your mind to this bell sound. So while you're focusing to the sound, mentally relax your body, relax your mind and relax your breathing. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. So, dear Dhamma practitioners, when it comes to meditation, especially during this time period with this pandemic situation, the meditation became one of the popular practice because everyone look for mental peace and happiness and satisfaction. So there are many kind of meditation methods, and at the same time, a lot of people that see, a lot of people think when you practice meditation, you're going to be relaxed, comfortable, healthy, calm, so like that. And somehow, there are many kind of meditation methods nowadays people used to practice. So when it comes to meditation, when we look at the beginning of the meditation, especially when it comes to Buddha's teaching, 2600 years, almost 600, so 2600 years ago, when he introduced this meditation method, it mainly towards the self-realization. That was the ultimate purpose. But today, before we go into self-realize, there are a lot of things on the way we have to complete. There are a lot of things we have to fulfill. So, and people in day-to-day life, they look for many kind of conventional comfort and the success. But when it comes to meditation, if you keep looking for self-realization, that doesn't mean you're not going to gain other things. You gain all the success and all the good result as a outcome of a meditation. But always it is better for you, not even in meditation, whatever you do, you have to always remember the destination, the last point. And you have, if you are clear with that, finally what you're going to get overall. So that clarity will help you to go deeper. Because otherwise, if you look just on the surface level of comfort, satisfaction, health, that all belong to time. So then as example, health. So if your main purpose through meditation, look for health, and it never going to end. Every day you keep looking, keep looking, keep looking. And even if you look for the comfort, satisfaction, maybe for the moment you gain something, but in day-to-day life, what will happen? There are certain that the situations come, the comfort or the satisfaction not going to be with us. So then what will happen? So like that, but if you go to the bottom and to the depth and see the real main purpose of the meditation, and if you focus towards that, so whatever the outcome in the surface level, you're not going to disturb with that. And that will help little by little, little by little, go deeper, because once you get into the ultimate goal, or the once you recognize the self, or the once you start to see your own mind, that other lot of things start to change. Even in the conventional life, even as a person, yourself, your character, deeply, maybe not from outside, but deeply inside you, there are a lot of things going to change. That is what you need. Rather than look for becoming healthy, satisfied, comfort, that is very important in the conventional level. But that all related to time. That is the important thing that you have to understand. So when you become matured with the practice, when you develop the awareness with the mind, you start to see more far and deeper. So with that, when it comes to meditation mainly, we practice two mental cultures, samatha and vipassana. In samatha mental culture, it helps you to tranquilize your mind, calm down your mind. Another way it called chitta bhavana also. So samadhi bhavana. So samatha mental culture. These all names used for the same meditation technique. So through the samatha meditation or the tranquility meditation, what we does, we trying to bring our mind to a certain level to be relaxed, calm and comfortable within ourselves, without depending from any ideas or any perceptions. Allow your mind just to be itself. So when it comes to that, in the beginning, you need a primary mental object, because without a mental object, it is very difficult for us to maintain the mind. That's why mostly these things kind of like a mental object. If you look at your house deeply, if you think very carefully, you will see more than it is a material object. It is a mental object for you, because you don't use that things most of the time. It is there. It is there, you don't use it. But when you see it coming to a mind, it's a mental, you have it. So as example, if there is a pen, if you don't write something out of the pen, what is the purpose of it? It's not going to become a pen. Because when you write through this pen, it gives a meaning to this as a pen. So just imagine, this is a pen in here, and this is a wooden piece. So if I don't write, if I don't use the pen to write, and I just keep this both on the table, this both equal. But what is the difference in between these two? When I write something, this become a pen. So if I don't write it, there's no difference. So same thing in your house, at your house. Just look. most of the things kind of like a mental object. It is there. Right? That's it. You become more comfortable, or it is there. So then, through the meditation, because that is the very nature of the mind, conventional mind. But when it comes to vipassana, you don't need that. But that is the very nature of the conventional, or you always need the object. So that's why through the samatha meditation, we use the same habitual patterns in our mind to uplift it. How? Giving a best mental object. That is our inhalation, exhalation. It is available 24/7, and that is the best language can communicate with your entire body and mind. Another thing is, when you able to focus to inhalation, exhalation, your mind always in the present moment. Because inhalation, exhalation, you cannot observe in the past or the future. So your mind always going to be in the present. Another thing is, when you keep practice, there is no doubt arise. So the mind become more comfortable with it. Other thing is, there is no greed, hatred, and the delusion arise when you are stay with the inhalation, exhalation. Or even when you are in the present moment, there is no chance for greed, hatred, and the delusion. Because greed, hatred, and the delusion arise when the mind start to jump to the past or the future. So those are some kind of benefits that you gain even just observing the inhalation, exhalation, and if you settle down with it. And from there, in the beginning, today what we're going to do, in the beginning, just bring attention to your body and observe your posture. So you cannot practice that the hold any posture. In here, especially when it comes to anapanasati bhavana or the breathing meditation, contemplating inhalation, exhalation, there is a formal way that you have to keep your body. Ujung kayang panidaya parimukang sating upattapetva. So keep your upper body, your back, neck, head straight in one line. And bring your attention to in front of your nose and your upper lip area. So in the beginning, you hold the posture and observe the posture. And bring your attention to your body and observe entire bodily sensation. Feel your body. So that will help your mind to come and settle down with the body. At the same time, don't try to react to any feelings or the sensation, but observe and recognize a little bit. And little by little, release that same mind from that sensations, and then slowly bring your attention to in front of your nose and your upper lip area. And once you come to the upper lip area, and don't try to hold the breathing, don't try to maintain or count, or don't try to interfere with the inhalation, exhalation, just allow it to happen. And when the inhalation happen, recognize this is inhalation. When the exhalation happen, recognize this is exhalation. Not by imagination or not by thinking or dreaming, but by through the sensation that you gain through inhalation, exhalation. So that is very important. And then follow the entire continuation. This is the beginning, middle, and end of the inhalation or exhalation. And when you observe that way, some inhalation become longer, shorter, heavy, soft, warm, cold, like that. And then once it come to like that way, from there, you feel more relaxed and comfort. So observe it a little bit and appreciate yourself. Put some value on you, because that is very necessary in conventional practice. That is where you like to keep practice more and more and more. Look at the calmness that you experiencing yourself. You look at the comfort that you gain within yourself, and look at how confident that you gain within yourself. So look yourself and see what you're experiencing through your own practice. And that will bring kind of like a satisfaction and comfort. But remember that you have to use it as a investment for your meditation and to go deeper, go deeper. So from there we go to Vipassana Bhavana. So in the Vipassana Bhavana, we keep the same inhalation, exhalation. But that time, we don't take it as inhalation or exhalation, beginning, middle, end, or short, long, kind of that way. You completely become free from all the patterns and the methods, and just keep the fresh newness in your mind. And don't bring any past experience, and completely be empty and naked and observe in this very moment. As inhalation or exhalation, it doesn't matter. Whatever you experience, what is the nature of it? What is the nature of that feeling that you gain? And then through that feelings and see, you had never that idea about it before. It didn't happen that with your invitation. You never had the idea about it. It just happened. And then observe without your interference, there is a nature, it's going to go. Rising, exist and disappear. So, and then little by little what you have to observe through the inhalation, exhalation. Just observe unknowingly, let it come, let it be, let it go. You practice it with the inhalation, exhalation. But you don't need to think about like that way. But remember, that is one of the method that you can hold as a principle. Let it come, let it be, and let it go. So then you will see, it will come, it will be, and it will go. That is the very nature. So like you see it through a mirror, you see the same nature. So maybe with the inhalation, exhalation, or maybe suddenly there are sensations arise somewhere. Let it come, let it be, let it go. And maybe sound arise. Let it come, let it be, let it go. So follow that principle in the Vipassana level. So you are not belong to any space, any time, any method, or like that. So completely be free from all the positions, but just observe and let everything. So especially your feelings, don't claim it as yours. Any feelings, any sensations, any recognitions, don't claim as yours. Always separate it. Let it come, let it be, let it go. And observe everything, and then you will see the journey that happening moment by moment will show you the nature of impermanent. When you see the impermanent, and you will see there is no that the resting moment, unsatisfactory nature. And that is why you recognizing selflessness. There is nothing that the inside or outside within these feelings or the experiencer, this within this both, there is no one in the middle doing this anything. This all happening according to the necessary conditions in this very moment. So let's practice a little bit. Your right palm on your left and neck head straight in one line and be comfortable with your posture. Bring your attention to your body. Now scan head to toes 3 times yourself. And say Sopateva or may I be well and happy 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable. May my breath be more smooth. May no difficulties come to me. May all the success come to me. Also think for a moment. This is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime. And detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalation, exhalation, and from there observe the impermanent, unsatisfactory nature and selflessness within the inhalation, exhalation. So bring attention to your body, please, and observe your posture and recognize and adjust it. And keep your back straight. Observe your body and feel the sensation all over your body. Let your body to settle down and let your mind to be with the body, recognizing the sensation. Bring your attention to in front of your nose and your upper lip area. Deeply and gently breathe out 3 times and find the sensation, please. And observe the sensation and recognize inhalation as inhalation, exhalation as exhalation. Do nothing extra. And follow the entire continuation of the inhalation and exhalation. Knowingly, this is the beginning, this is the middle, this is the end. Also, you may experience some inhalation, exhalation become longer, shorter, heavy, soft, warm, cold. So just accept it. Just observe the inhalation, exhalation, and recognize the impermanent, unsatisfactory nature and selflessness within your feelings or the sensations. Bring your attention to your body. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. Also, as far as you can, through galaxies, other planets, stars. Reminding yourself like this with clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe, and may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart forward to your backside. Visualize yourself and send it as a light to your left side. And to your right side. Downward and upward. To all six directions at once, like the moon, the sun. Spread the light, spread the energy without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance, or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it. with the maximum effort to the highest, wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So, dear Dhamma practitioners, when it comes to our meditation practice, always remember when you practice meditation, it is more than you gain something from outside. Mostly yourself, you're releasing a lot of things from inside you. Because from birth to now, knowingly or unknowingly, we accumulated a lot of unnecessary informations. Because of that unimportant, this unnecessary informations or the thoughts, what happening, you missing most kind of important information related to you, because you're giving the space to unnecessary information. So then you missing a lot of things about you. So mostly that's why when it comes to our day-to-day activities, and sometimes we from outside world, conventionally from the society, maybe we gain good education, we gain good that the most lot of advanced certificates, and maybe we gain a lot of better positions, but deeply inside we, because of that situation or that achievement, we gain depression, unhappiness, sadness, worry, and maybe that leads us to high blood pressure, low blood pressure, cholesterol, or maybe cancer. So like that. See that we gain something from outside, and while you gaining it, what is happening, you neglect you or you forget you and you missing you. That part create a gap. So in that gap, what you miss inside you, maybe you don't, if you don't see it, always you look from outside and then you keep chasing from outside to fill that gap. You will never, even that you accumulate this entire universe to one single tablet, and if you drink it, that also not going to cure your inside gap. Inside what you missing? It's not going to happen because it is not a something material or physical thing. So through the meditation, what it does, it filled and all the missing places inside you. It's kind of like a healing deeper inside wounded that whatever the damages that happen to you. Why? Because knowingly or unknowingly, when you go with these perceptions, with this outside world from childhood to now, there are a lot of damages happen to inside you. That inside damage, if there is an inside damage, how you can bring any kind of bodily, verbally or mentally complete action? Because that action somehow inherent and have the connection with that inside damage. So then it is better yourself get healed first. It doesn't matter as a child, as a person, as a mother, father, husband, wife, children, even as a monk or the priest. Oh, it doesn't matter as a leader. Even if you become a deity or angel, if you are inside wounded, what will happen? If you have inside damages, what will happen? Whatever come out of you come with that damage. See, sometimes that these vehicles, they recall, the entire lot, the whole year, that the one batch completely recall. Why? Because maybe somewhere something happened when the product happened. It happened with the certain very little tiny damage. Then what you have to do? You have to recall it and then you have to fix it. So, and how you know yourself? Through in this journey so far, in your journey. How many damages happen to you? And then without knowingly or unknowingly. So whatever your bodily, verbally and mentally action you perform, how you know that you transfer that damage to the outside world? As a child, if you are damaged, wherever you go with other children, look, sometimes very, very, very difficult when there are some children. They need special help and the attention. Because somewhere they miss something. And then the teenagers, there are a lot of teenagers. Nowadays parents call and they call. And over the phone, sometimes it is very difficult to handle this kind of situations for us. But when we go deeper and have the conversation with them, we recognize they look for something and they miss it. And even you are a girl or boy, you come to a fair and you have a relationships. So when you have a relationship as a partner, if you are wounded, damaged, then whoever the partner going to have a hard time. Sometimes, these students call and tell, oh, Venerable Sir, I went to this dating and I am in a big trouble now. How I can get out of this? It's happened. Why? Because knowingly or unknowingly, sometimes you get into a wounded person. And the thing is, maybe that person doesn't know it. And somehow maybe you married the person. How about that then? You didn't see in the beginning, but you married the person, and inside that person, it doesn't matter husband or wife, inside that person, there are a lot of things missing. Why? Because of It's nothing wrong because of the giving too much attention to the outside. And when you give too much attention to the outside, maybe the study, that is where it mostly start. Study, and then it come to work and earning, and maybe some other personal desires, or maybe that we have a kind of like a struggle to compare the society, the community. So this kind of situations happen. So how about that if in case, if you get into a person deeply wounded, or maybe other person, maybe you are wounded like that, maybe even you don't know, when other person come to your life, because no one get married to suffer. Everybody look for kind of peace, calmness, happiness in their life. So you have then responsibility to giving that satisfaction and happiness to other person. Even with the children, as parents, everybody in a society, who has, when it comes to a family, in this universe, the kind of smallest community is the family. When it comes to family, in that community, how about, are you aware about others' situations, and are you take care yourself? Are you try, how much you try to help yourself to heal, or how much you try to fix yourself and get out of this wounded situation from you? Have you ever thought about it in the journey of this life? So whatever the things happen, like or unlike things, and still it is in your mind, holding, and everywhere deeper inside. And when you close your eyes, or when you get alone, or sometimes even when you are feel kind of happy, that fear and the wounded memory can pop up. There are a lot of people, that talk about this. And they always, tell their situations, this happened to me, it's very difficult to get out of me like that. It is good in case if you find out your damage. So the meditation is a one thing. It picks deeply this all the damages. And that is why we call it cultivation of the mind. So development of the mind. That development of the mind come higher without any missing point or without any damage. So then it brings the kind of self-confidence to yourself. Because deeply you recognizing and you understand the condition of your mind. That is the best ability when it comes to meditation. So then be aware yourself, little by little. So mentally you practice that, and sometimes before it come to this mental practice, there are different, the physical practice that we have to go. So as example, when it come to coconut, so in our countries, in Eastern countries, people go to some Hindu temples and they break coconuts. And with the kind of like they have a purpose in their mind and the intention, the desire, and to fulfill that desire, what they does, they go and there is a small place maybe with the piece of rock, and then they go and they hit the coconut, and then the water flash all over. It's then it's, if the coconut break properly, people become happy and they think, oh, my wish going to become fulfilled. What is secret behind this? Because there is a process that you have to go to achieve to something. When it comes to coconut, it just not the whole coconut you cannot take and break it. No, you cannot. First, you have to husk it. take out this outside layer. And then there is a cell, hard part. And then you cannot take that, you cannot husk it. You have to break it. And to break it, you have to hit. That to hit that, you have to, there is a science. Breaking coconut. Just hitting, you cannot make it. You have to be very focused. Because if you are not focused, what will happen? It will go away. If the coconut doesn't break, then the person becomes so worried. Why? Because, oh, my coconut didn't, break. Oh, that's mean my purpose, my intention, the desire not going to work. So it giving you the sign why it can happen. Because you don't know how to focus. You don't know how to target and how to hit properly. Then if you at least cannot break a coconut, hitting properly, how you, this unknown mind, unseen world, the future, tomorrow, you don't know what kind of people going to come to your life. Maybe can come all the most crazy people can come to your life tomorrow, and you don't know what kind of co-worker going to be with you tomorrow and destroy all the plans that, you don't know what kind of, the situation's going to unfold in front of you, and you don't know what kind of disease going to come, maybe completely something new situation come, even we have no idea what it is. It can happen. So maybe, who knows, suddenly something, appear from another planet or something like that, like aliens, that kind. Or maybe this all the communication network and everything, completely shut down. Things can happen. Maybe hackers come and, destroy this all the network and everything. And then we go, and even this electricity and everything, through, it's a, maybe can go to darkness. No communication, no light, no phones, how about that? And no water, how about that? Well, so it can happen. But it's still, just imagine, if you have intention in your mind, if you are not just focused to what you keep doing, even just for a single thing, how are you going to achieve, in this unknown, unseen, unpredictable, tomorrow? How you going to gain something, even your personally, at least not about big things, peace, satisfaction, comfort. How about that? What you to practice yourself, and how you know that you can gain it. So then you have to practice physically in a different method. You cannot keep doing the same thing. So in the beginning, what you have to do, one of the best thing that you have to do, and generosity. In any level of your life, even the deeper bottom level of, the difficulty, even if you are in the hell, that is that is the bottom that you can go. Beyond the hell, there is nothing, no place to go. So even if you are in the hell, if you just start to practice generosity, remember, that is the place, that is the moment you're going to turn backward. That is where you're going to, reverse everything. Generosity. That one of the best good, the physical practice. And through the it affect for your mind also. But in the physically, start to give. This is not by thinking. Regarding your husband, wife, children, friends and families, even wherever you go, even the neighbors or unknown people, whoever you meet, start to give something. If it is possible, and especially during this time period, that we have to be careful when we give something hand to hand. But remember, this world, this situation is going to happen all the time, but somehow, You have to be smart to keep practice your generosity. Even at least by thinking, may other person get it. You know, when you see somebody living a very, happily, just wish them to be happy. If you see someone need something, if you cannot provide it, at least have the wish, may somebody will give it to him or her. So like that, develop a generous heart yourself. So the generosity, one of the good practice, it is kind of like, it's not going to take, practicing generosity not going to bring you enlightenment, but it is opening the door. It's like the coconut. It's like the husking the outside layer. It's very difficult, hard, and messy, but the generosity also like that. And it take you to the next level, the cell. So it's like a profitable action. So the doing profitable actions, you have to be more wise. So when it comes to profitable actions, bodily, verbally, and mentally, maybe the becoming generous is not going to become a profitable action that help for your wisdom. So then you have to be more and more look inside and inward and see the intention. And with what kind of intention that you do your work and change it there. That is the very secret of profitable action. Because in deeper intent, in surface level, generosity, we cannot see it that much. But if you go deeper a little bit and to question your intention towards that, whatever the attention that you keep going, and if you question it, that intention is self-centered, that is not that much profitable action. So you come out of the profitable action, the self-centered action, and then you become more and more and more sharp and clear regarding your own action, doing something towards outside. And that will make you release. Why? Because this accumulation, this all the gathering of information happen when you have the self-centered, I am, me. I am I am important. So like that. That bring all the, and that is where you're missing a lot of things about you. But releasing and doing things for others will help you to purify yourself. And when you go and when you come out of the selfless idea and start to do your bodily, verbally, and mentally action, it's going to become more vivid, clear, sharp. So that is where then you come to the cell. So the breaking the cell is kind of like a practicing meditation. Tranquility meditation, vipassana meditation. So that breaking cell, what you have to have the first policy, remember, target, focus properly. Don't miss it. So when you hit the coconut, you have to hit it in a proper way. Otherwise it go away. Why? It is round, if it doesn't hit the right place, it slip. So same like, when it come to our mind. See, when it come to samatha meditation, it's a kind of, the focus, it is tip of our nose, inhalation, exhalation. If you are not focused properly, it miss. You go somewhere. Many years backward or forward, somewhere. In this sky, you go roller coaster. So then the focus. and come to a point. And finally, if you are able to do that, and you will experience splash of, sweet coconut water like that. When it comes to vipassana, you will experience the ultimate bliss of clarity within your own mind. That is the most sweet, the experience that you can gain. That means without any boundary, without any, wounded mind, with the completion, you experience the clarity. In that clarity, we call it the pure consciousness, pure awareness. It's not bound to the self. That is why it's called universal consciousness. And that is the moment your liberation happens. So then remember in day-to-day life. And just having something doesn't work. Just wanting something doesn't work. So then you have to develop little by little, little by little. First thing, remember to get healed yourself. For that, you have to do physical activities. The first one, generosity. So the second one, and get out of the self-centered mind. And then the third one, practicing meditation and through samatha and vipassana. And what the example I gave is like a breaking coconut. In the beginning, it is very rough, ugly, and you have to husk it. And then after that, you take it, and when you hit the important policy, the keep focus. Otherwise, it will slip. Same like in your mind, in your life, when you need something, have the clear focus. And with that focus, intention, with the necessary strength, by, just if you are weak, you cannot do it. You have to have some strength. So then with the strength, focus, and then you have to go. And so that's why in the temples, people, the different temples, people go and break the coconut, but they think something else. But that is the deeper philosophy behind it. It giving a lesson for you, for whatever the desire you have, start to do like. But when they break the coconut, and when they see the splash the water, and they feel happy, and they giving a confidence. But that confidence doesn't work when you go tomorrow, if you go back with the weak mind. So then always remember to have the clarity and keep the focus with the necessary strength, whatever the situation comes. And remember breaking coconut policy, and then apply it to your day-to-day life. And you're going to fulfill your success. So with that, I bless upon everyone. With this good practice, may all of you be well, happy and peaceful. May no harm come to you, may no difficulties come to you, may no problems come to you. May you also have the patience, courage, understanding, and determination to meet and overcome inevitable difficulties in your life. During this time period, may everyone stay healthy and safe. And finally, may all of you attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sabbhityo vajjantu sabbarogo vinasatu mate bhavatantarayo sukhi digayuko bhava. Ittavata chammi sampadam punya sampadam sabbe devanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Idam me punya kammang asavakkaya vahang hotu. Sabba dukkha pamuncatu. Bless you.